Hi, everyone. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. And if you have not shared me out, share me out. Um, Welcome in, everybody. We're going to get into it. We're going to wait a few minutes for some people to come into the building. And then we're going
There is nothing more relaxing.
to get into it. We're going to see. We're going to have a conversation today about Derek Jaxn. And we're going to talk about the things that he got going on that a lot of people have been talking about, and should he be counseled? Should the mostly that women that follow him, he's like a relationship guru. So should he what he say, should it be true, or should it be hold any weight, because he basically got outed because he was cheating on his wife? So we're going to talk about that on today, and he has admitted to it, and I am going to play the video. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for some people to come in, and then we're going to get into it. Like, people make mistakes, and people do things. So we're going to wait a few moments for some people to enter in, and then we're going to get into it. Okay. We're going to get into it. Hope everyone had a blessed Monday. I hope everyone had a blessed Monday and was able to have a pretty decent day. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes here, then we're going to get into it. Hello to the one person that is in the chat. Hello to the one person that's in the chat. As well, Tasha K had did an interview with the alleged person that stated that she had a affair with Tasha K. With Derek Jaxn. And child, it's a whole mess. This is a mess. This is a whole mess. So we're going to wait a few moments here, guys, and then we're going to get into it. We're going to wait a few moments, then we're going to get into it. Hey, Aunt Nancy. Hey, Christine in real life. How are you guys? Thank you guys so much. Hey, Chef Disaster. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is like, now I'm just going to be real. I am no relationship expert. But I am going to give my opinion. This is on this Derek Jaxn and what's going on in the youth in his world, and he has put out an apology. We're going to listen to it, and we just got to discuss what it is. And I'm going to read to you guys what I have so far. If you guys don't know Derek Jaxn, he is like a relationship guru. Like, he gets on YouTube and Facebook. He gives an insight of a man's mind, and why you shouldn't deal with a toxic person. How you know if a man, like the last video he did was, how do you know if it's a man thinking about you? 7 reasons to know that he's thinking about you, and things like that. So he's like a relationship guru. Right. So I'm not going to play the live he did with his wife, but I am going to let you guys listen to the little 5-10 minute clip that he did admitting what he did, and then I may play some of the clip Hey Letitia, how are you? I do so as well, but a lot of people like we all gonna have a different opinion. So let me just read this because I know Tasha K's been on it, and Tasha K has in like basically she has interviewed two of the mistresses, and it's it can be very messy, very messy, very messy. So it says here, um, let me get back up here, guys. So this is what this article says. It says highly respectful social media relationship mentor Derek Jaxn is speaking out following allegations that he had an affair with another woman while still married to his wife, Danae Brodus. Earlier this month, a woman named Candice De Medoris sat down with Tasha K, where she claimed that she had an affair with the social media influencer. She also claimed that Jackson flew her down to Miami, Florida for a weekend getaway in July of 2020 for his birthday. I'll be with you in just a minute. It says here as well, shortly afterwards, news spread like wildfire, and Jackson faced backlash from fans who claimed him for building a brand on positive relationship while he allegedly stepped out on his wife. Many people have took to Twitter about the things he has said and the things he has done. He loaded like a 30-minute video where he addressed those allegations. He announced that in February of 2020, him and his wife had unofficially separated, and he said many people did not know about that. He said February the 1st is the official mutual. I said, look, I don't think that this is going to work. Separation. We had some challenges before that. February the 4th, I gave my life to Christ. I said, God, I can't handle this. I need you to come in and help me out, he explained. That was February the 4th. The exact same day, Danae, my wife, packed up the kids and left the crib and went 1,500 miles away to her mom's crib. Jackson said that despite the discussions and counseling, they were unable to restore their marriage. June, we were talking about my birthday, and she basically lets me know there's no plan for her to be around on my birthday. Okay, so he's like, now I'm in screw it mode, F it mode. I'm hitting up old chicks. I really don't care at this point. I don't care about my reputation. I don't care about the business. I don't care about any of that. And he touching on the subject of the affair, he claimed that he and Candice had a sexual relationship without actually having sex. He said after inviting her and several of her friends out to celebrate his birthday with him, Candice took photos of his feet and of him walking around the mansion that he rented for the duration of their stay in Miami. Something that he didn't find out until later on. Later in that video, he explained in an effort to get to his life on track, he eliminated things that didn't align with his views, including Candice, and without much warning, he blocked her from communicating with him. Jackson and Brodus continued to work on their marriage and sought out godly counsel and subsequently removed outsiders from their marriage. He states that I never slept with her. Our relationship was sexual in nature from day one. I've been acquainted with her 9 or 10 years and something like that. It was like through Twitter, but I did not sleep with her. He maintains that. He said, I didn't sleep with her or anyone for that matter because I got to get deep. I'm not able to perform when I'm super stressed. I didn't have confidence that I could do something in that capacity. That's why I hit her up instead of someone that I actually had with. I hit her up because we always been able to do that. Just keep in contact, just talk, just flirt, and keep it at that. He took accountability, saying that he was not a victim, although Candace did secretly take pictures of him and eventually expose him. Instead, he said he was in a moment that he no longer cared to do things in God's way. Um, so I am going to. So let me go back up in the chat so I can make sure that I have welcome in Angie. How are you? So Letitia said, I mean, yes, Christine. Tasha K did an interview with Candace, and she did an interview with someone else. So yes, she did do that. She said, Letitia said, I guess people aren't allowed to make mistakes and learn from them. He admitted his toxic trait and corrected his behavior. And that's true. That's true as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you can forgive. So people can make mistakes, and you can forgive people for making mistakes. And um as long as it's not repeated the same thing over and over again, because then you're just taking advantage and you just don't care, then yes, you can forgive someone for making one mistake. And you know what I'm saying? And no one is perfect. And sometimes I'm gonna be real, some of us guys, we hold these relationship gurus and all them right there at a certain standard when they are just as human as we are. Yes, they just like Steve Harvey when he came out with Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. Okay, Steve Harvey had how many wives and how many divorces, how many times he has cheated on his wife, and she's still there. So it just depends on. My mom always told me, what are you willing to deal with? What are you, how is that person is walking away? Is it time to walk away? You'll know when it's time to walk away. His wife felt like it was not time to walk away. Now, I am no relationship person. I ain't, because, like I said, I'm recently, I am in one now. And I'm going to be honest, like, he has done some things that he did something that I didn't appreciate, and I addressed it. He apologized. He took ownership for it. Many people wanted, some people wanted me to leave him for it, but I decided I had to weigh out that just because he made that one mistake, but he hasn't done it again because he knows the consequences if he does it again. And true, Letitia, that's true. And you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, that's true. And no one is perfect. And, I can't say that, that some people are willing to stay and some people aren't. So everyone is different. Everyone has their thing where, that's it. That's it. I can't do this anymore. And maybe that's where I'm saying, because I'm gonna be honest with Derek Jaxn, like, it's a lot of women that there is a lot of women that um follow him, and they take his advice into heart, just like they follow, like I follow Ace Metaphor, I follow Derek Jaxn, and I follow a few more people, but like I take it in and I listen. But in order for you to make your relationship work, you have to put in the work, and you have to know when to walk away and when to stay. When that person don't care about the relationship, they don't have any respect for you, they don't, you know what I'm saying, they're toxic and things like that. Those you'll know when to walk away. I'm not saying that, when I show y'all this clip, of him admitting all this, you may feel like, you know what I'm saying, his wife looks unhappy and things like that. But I'm gonna say one thing about it: you'll never forget the act. You'll always love the person, but the actions that they did, that is what hurt. The actions. You're gonna always love the person. And true, you know what I'm saying? True that. You know. Like I told you guys, I'm not no relationship expert because hell, I struggle with relationships now. I'm struggling now. You know what I'm saying? I am not no relationship person. So look, don't come for me. I'm just giving my view. You know, I struggle, like everyone have things they struggle with within a relationship, and a relationship really supposed to be between two people. That's why a lot of people choose not to have their relationship private from social media because of things like this. Because of people. Hello, Sheila Shoemaker. How are you today? Because people, some people. Let me say this: some people can put up a good front. Some people can put up a good front to where, oh, you know, my relationship is so perfect. My relationship, we don't fight. We don't cuss each other out. We don't have arguments. We are just the happiest couple in the world, knowing that behind the scenes, y'all could be miserable. And you're just keeping up a front. And some people some people that sit here and judge other people's relationships. This is the sad part. They are the most miserable ones because guess what? They sit up here and put up with more shit than the person that they sitting here talking about. Because let me see. Some people they don't really want the person, but they don't want nobody else to have. And it's vice versa. It's just like it's uh uh cheating men is cheating women too. That they don't want they don't they that men that they treat men as though they are nothing and they are disposable and things like that. So no relationship is perfect. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest, guys, we have to put God in the head of our relationships and let God lead you and guide you. Like, really, Sheila? I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoever God is designed to be for you to put in your life, I ain't gonna say God put you on this earth to be alone. No one is God didn't put you on this earth to be alone. I feel that way. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad now that I feel that way because at first I wasn't like that. But God didn't put us on this earth to be alone. I know some people say, well, I'd rather be left alone. I know some people rather be left alone, but I just feel like you just have to find that person that matches that's the yin to your yang. That person that truly understands you, your best friend, It's hard to find that in this world in this day and age. I'm gonna be honest. It is hard to find that. It's hard to fight for relationships because you think because I'm in my mind, I say everybody playing games. Everybody I'm gonna get you before you get me. Some people like, you know what I'm saying? If you cheat on me, I'm gonna get my lick back. You know what I'm saying? So that means I'm gonna still be with you. So since you laid up with another woman, I'm gonna go lay and talk to another man, and you can take it the way you want to take it. Ain't neither one of us going nowhere. That's how some people take it. Now I'm just gonna be real. Like I said, I'm not no relationship expert. I'm just going off the dome. Right, and we do, and that's why I say sometimes we may be 50, 60 years old and we finally find our perfect match. Don't start, Chef. Chef said I can teach Derek how to move better. Okay, Chef. I'm just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Let me ask y'all this. I know I'm supposed to be showing this clip, but this conversation is good. When you guys, this is a question for the men. If you and your wife are separated, right? Y'all decide that y'all have decided that y'all are just separated. And y'all still trying to work through y'all problems, but you are officially separated. So if you step outside your marriage, this is a question for men and women. Is that considered cheating if y'all are separated and you decide to maybe have a sexual relationship with somebody or a relationship with somebody? You think his wife is in on it? Well, let's see. Let's see. Since you said that, let's watch this video. Hopefully, YouTube don't cut me down. And let's watch this video. Let's watch this video right here, and we're gonna see. Look, I ain't got the video pulled up, but y'all, Derrick Jaxn is an attractive dark man. I am not gonna watch the live, but this is the video that I am going to show y'all.
Joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took. And definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach that, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma or whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bed and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing and our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys. So we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes. So I do want to just add that I agree with what you just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is when I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stood firm on I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality, in how he carried himself, in how he presented himself, and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues, said, okay, Lord, this is something that you've had your hand on. And this was with me being completely removed from his life. And him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God, and continuing to eliminate these things that led up to the catastrophe that you guys are seeing for the first time. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or haven't known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have moved forward from it. We have gotten counsel for it and continue to do so. He is still continuing to pursue God and continuing to seek guidance and wise counsel from men of God. And that is what I needed for the continuation of me being present and in this marriage and to stand by his side. So today, where I'm at is at peace, and I proudly stand by his side, and I have no hesitation, I have no hurt, no shame about that. And it's only because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. And we have already turned a new chapter in this story. We are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you all. And I forgave him, and most importantly, God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So that's all I have.
Yeah. And I get it. Some of y'all, like, this may come as a huge shock, probably a huge disappointment. I let a lot of you down. If you've had a perspective shift on who Derek is, hopefully it's away from anything remotely close to perfection. And it's simply that, I am a human, and that does not justify anything that I did. But I don't want anybody out there to be putting me on a pedestal. If you did, then I hate that you did that. Maybe I gave you cause for that, and I apologize if I did. For those who are saying, Derek, I don't want to ever listen to you again, it's totally understandable. I appreciate you while I had your support and helping me get the message out about healing and healthy relationships to so many people who needed it, myself included. And for those who are going to continue to support, man, I appreciate you like never before, because I know it's not going to be easy going forward, at least for a little while so many things are still fresh and attached to my name. But for everybody out there, if you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works until it comes into alignment with biblical standard of how God told us to do things, especially when we're talking about a marital, spiritual covenant. Yes. You cannot do this by your own understanding, your own intelligence, your own willpower, your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things, to stay away from certain things, to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be. And it's because it's really only by God's grace that we're even able to be here on this video, holding hands. Like a year ago, 7-8 months ago, even, I couldn't see this happening. I thought it was over, and I already had begun establishing my relationship with God. But that's the fruit of bringing things in alignment with God. And the mess that's been made, the mess that's now being made public from last year and years past, that's a result of getting out of alignment with doing things God's way. So that's where I stand. That's where we stand. And again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
Okay, guys. So that is Derek Jaxn and his wife is basically he was just saying, he did admit that, he did what he did was not right. And at least he takes ownership that many don't. And like I said, she said that she didn't, so this just not coming out. So basically she already knew about this situation and who it was and what was going on. And that she's been gone, and I guess she's just now coming back, and she just realizing that, she is going to stay because she said his mindset has changed, and that God gave her the answer that, she was going to stay. She want to stand by him. So, I know a lot of people are upset. Well, send me the link, Chef. Send me the link. The link from send me the link from last night. I know which one you're talking about. Send me the link, Chef, or drop the link. Well, I guess he had to stop with the lies. Like this. Tasha K had an interview with this lady, and this lady and Tasha K had a whole hour conversation. Yeah. Yep, he been sleep. I they're newly married. Like, they've been married for 4 years, and you know what? You know what I'm saying? I understand that, you know what I'm saying? Some people, You know what I'm saying? They don't do cheaters and stuff like that. I respect that, and we don't. No one deserves to be cheated on, especially if they are they're doing their part, a good loving wife or a good loving husband, and someone's just cheating on them and lying and manipulate. Okay, Chef, hold on. Let me see if I can get this up. Hold on just a second. Okay.
Basically start losing hope around, I would say, May. Then we had a disagreement about whether or not to even have the kids here at my place or, up there with her mom. Matter of fact, let's do some fact checking. If somebody wants to pull up my YouTube channel, you can see in the earlier part of 2020 where I'm doing my videos, what you'll see is I'm in Airbnbs up in Denver. I was flying back and forth over and over again, right? And again, guys, people in the comments, I told y'all the bloodthirsties are here. And they're going to try to dominate the comment section. Ignore them. All right? Anyway, even with all of that being said, I'm flying up. We're meeting with pastors. We're doing this. We're doing that. Things are not working. Around May.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, Letitia, sorry. 9 times out of 10, that's what they believe in the beginning anyways. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them, I don't know why y'all men do that. I don't know why y'all y'all just sell y'all men are good. Cheaters are good. And I ain't gonna say all men cheat, but majority of you do. Y'all love to sell these women, the side woman, a dream. Let's just keep it real. Y'all love to sell this dream that y'all gonna leave y'all wife for this woman. Some of them do. Some of them do. But y'all sell this dream, and then when they realized, and the person realized that they are not getting, you know what I'm saying, they're not getting the wifely benefits, and then, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, she's just a friend, and then the whole time you sitting up here, got somebody thinking that you in a whole relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? That's not, but you ain't telling them that you with somebody. Well, some men are honest and say, I am married or I am in a relationship, and some women don't care. They ain't looking, some don't care like that. But I'm one of the ones that I care like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody else's problems. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you, whatever goes around, I know this, and I know this for sure. What goes around comes around. So whatever is done in the dark comes to the light. And and so if you do something, if you sleep with if say for instance, when you become married and you want to be a faithful wife or a faithful husband, then it can happen to you, because look what you did in the past. Like, what goes around comes around. So that's why I always try to do right. I always try to do right. Yep, during pillow talk, my next husband won't have to worry about leaving. I'm calling the chick and telling her to man, except okay, Letitia. Okay, Letitia. I'm not a man hater, because I don't. I'm just saying, like, men do sell dreams to the women, or the side chick or the side piece, and cheating and lying, like, you know what I'm saying, they'll talk about their wife and how they're so unhappy and how they're this and this and that. And I'm like, why stay somewhere where you're not happy when you can be at a place where there is happiness, even though you may not want to hurt someone, or you may not want to hurt nobody's feelings, and you have children involved, you have investments and stuff like that. But why would you stay somewhere where you are basically unhappy? I don't get it. Some people can some people can sit in misery just because of kids and stuff like that. But me, I am not staying nowhere where I'm unhappy. And that's just how I feel. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. And I ain't mean it like that. Forrest, how are you today? Takesha said she's not. Takesha, give it another chance. Give it another chance. I'm telling you, man, it's so many people out here that, you know what I'm saying, like, have just gave up on that because, you know, I said I have never been married, and you know what I'm saying, and I haven't gave up on it, but I want to be, but I want it to be ordained by God. I want it to be led by God. I want it to be something that's real and not sitting around here just trying to accept someone just because, oh, we're married. She said, let me help you pack your stuff, son. Oh my God. Like, you know, it just, you know, it just, like she said, you know, she left. He worked on himself, getting his mind right because he wanted his family. It just depends on if they want their family or not. Why you say marriage is for suckers? But yeah, because they feel like, well, I got more. I got he loved everything about me. But let me tell you about the 80-20, honey. While you out here, you got 80%. You remember this on I was watching Why Did I Get Married? And they were talking about 80-20. And it was like, you know, you got a good woman, 80%, you got a good 80% woman. You know what I'm saying? But that 20%, like, it's 20% of her that, you know what I'm saying, that she doesn't do, or that you kind of dislike about her, but you can find that in another woman. But that 20% does not match up to that 80%. And then they get that 20% mixed up with that 80%. And then you done set up here and left your wife for basically nothing. Like someone that just basically has nothing. Same thing for a woman. But basically some women have done that, you know, had a good man, took care of them, took care of the family, worked, did this, that. Then, okay, here comes a man that, you know, the reason why she's upset because, oh, he doesn't give me enough attention. He works too much. And he doesn't give me any attention, but he's working. He do what he can for the family. He goes when he up to it. So here comes this man that give you all the attention, give you all the sex, give you, this is the same thing for a woman, a man or a woman too. And all of a sudden you feel like that 20% is magical. So you're willing to leave that for your 80% for that 20%. And then comes to find out they don't even match up or add up. That's all they're worth is sex. They don't have nothing. They're abusive. They don't want you to, you know, they want you to take care of them. So you left all that. Oh, Letitia. Oh my God. That's how it be. Like, so I stress to you guys, and I have to stress it to myself, you know, just because in no relationship is perfect. If Derek Jaxn wife want to take him back for his discrepancy, then that's their relationship. And like I said, you know, just know we all, like, when we all searching, we all want this perfect individual, perfect but person. But no one is perfect. And that's the thing about, like, anything, like when in my mind I have been like that too, looking for a perfect somebody. No one is perfect. Everyone has flaws. It's just the ones that when you in, I feel like this now, when we're in a relationship, you have to just find the one that matches you, that understands you, that you can build with. Because everybody ain't worth building with. Some people ain't worth the the dirt at the bottom of your shoe, child. So you have to be careful with that. And don't lose your everything just because things may be difficult at home. So don't, just because things are difficult does not mean that, hey, I want to I'm just saying, when things are difficult at home, that's when you want to step out, because when in a relationship, no matter who you get with, it's gonna be some challenges. There's going to be some challenges. People don't know that. People don't know that, you might leave this person thinking you're getting something better, and then you may have a more challenging situation. And you be like, dang, I could have stayed where I was at, man, because I'm dealing with something 10 times worse. So that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? If you got something good, if you got something worth fighting for, fight for it. And stop letting what society or what other people think stop you from your good thing. And they're just, and I'm not saying, let somebody make a fool of you or cheat on you and dog you out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying do what makes you happy. We are all grown. We all grown. And no one can tell someone when to leave. Only you know when to leave. That's just the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has the right to their own opinions. Right. They're going to drag those problems to the next relationship. Exactly. Like, that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with going to counseling. I'm talking about, like, it's okay to go to counseling after you have been in a very tumultuous relationship, like, and that has really affected you. It's okay to go to counseling and just working through processing some of that hurt, because it can carry on to another relationship. And I can truly say, and this is my truth, currently now, I am going through counseling to deal with some past things that, this is me being very transparent. I am going through counseling to deal with some of those traumatic events that happened in my life that causes me to get anxiety, causes me not to, anything that comes up, I feel like I can't trust you, or I feel like you're doing something. So I'm going to counseling to help me to build myself back. I am good, but I just want to get rid of those past things, get past it. And not when things that sound familiar, I want to sabotage it all, because I don't want to be at that place where ain't nobody gonna hurt me no more. So I'm not gonna allow nobody to get close to me, things like that. So there's nothing wrong with going to counseling and working on letting go of those past things that may have hurt you. And that's what I am going to counseling for, basically, to work past those issues. Even though it's been 2, 3, 4, maybe 2, 3 years, but those issues still kind of like are still in me. And I want to move past it. And I know I can, and it's time to move past it. It's time to move forward and step into my future. So, hey, I want to put all that to bed and focus on my future. So if it's things that you need to put to bed and it's hard for you to do it, get someone to talk to. Go to counseling. Nothing wrong with going to counseling. A lot of Black people look down on going to counseling, and I was kind of against it. But y'all don't know, counseling could help someone. So if you having mental issues, keep your mental in check. And if you just need to work through some past things to make yourself a better you, then you do that. And if you want to go to counseling to help with your relationship issues, do that. You know what I'm saying? We all are our own worst critic, and sometimes we always worrying about what the next person gonna say. But guess what? They ain't perfect either. They have issues that they haven't dealt with either. So we just have to look at it as a way of. We just have to look at it as a way of just bettering yourself. But I just, should Derek Jaxn be counseled? In my opinion, no. But right, shoemaker, right, and that's why I said sometimes, what I'm saying, we can confide in our friends, but sometimes when, our friends may get mad at us about something, and then because and boom, so that's why I said, I'm a friend that'll support you in whatever decision you want to make. If you decide to do whatever you do with your life, that's your choice. Because like I said, some people don't realize this. You have no heaven or hell to put somebody in. So stop being so judgmental. You have no heaven. Let me just say that again. You have no heaven or hell to put someone in. Go get your life together. That's okay, Sheila. Go get your life together and stop being judgmental on grown people decisions on what they make of their life, because they have to be the one that deal with the consequences of it. It don't affect you.
I didn't understand that.
I'm sorry, that's my phone. But I just, that's what I'm saying. It's like, stop being so judgmental. Yes, we do need to keep people out of our relationships. You do have to keep people out of your relationship. It's okay to confide in people, but don't let them know everything. Because when you let people know everything, sometimes people go out and air out all your business. And that's just real. Sometimes it's just best to keep some things going on between you and your partner, Y'all have to work that out, because one thing about it, family and friends will stay mad, and you might be going along, take that person back and be happy again. So you never know. Same thing that's going on here with Derek Jaxn and his wife. Even though she left him, she took him back. So she decided to work on her marriage or keep her marriage. So some people, husband have done worse than him. Some of them done cheated, done created 2, 3, 4, 5 children, outside children, and they still stand. But they gonna get on here and try to bash this man's wife for staying. So what's the difference? What makes you more better than them? Okay, guys, so I'm just done for the night. But, I feel like the advice that, Derek Jaxn gives, he does give a good insights on a man's mind. So I do like he's not counseling my book. He just a typical man. He just a typical man. And like I said, y'all, we hold these celebrities at a standard, and they are just as human as we are. They're just as human. So I'm done for the night, guys. If you have not hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. If you have not subscribed to me, if you are not joined the membership, go and hit that join button. And you can also, if you have our Apple user, you can just go through the description box. It'll be in the description box. I'm about to get out of here, guys. Hope you guys have a good night rest. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about, I want to let you guys know that right now in Boulder, Texas or somewhere, there was an active mass shooting in a grocery store, and that has killed a police officer and multiple people with gunshot wounds and things like that. And guys, they're talking about it now. I'm waiting to get more information, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow. So guys, look forward to that. That's all that I do have, guys. If y'all have a good night. Right. Get the lesson. Right, Sheila Shoemaker. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow.